Welcome back, esports fans. We are here at the HGC Korea Phase 2, Part 1, Week 3, Day 3. And we are headed into our third map, of course, of our second series of the night between Mighty and Tempest. And it was very much a close game number 2, though. Tempest tried to get the comeback there. They were behind the majority of the game. They got online at 20, got those keeps, but still couldn't finish the game.
They made very nice focusing with Sign's Diablo charging in, and oftentimes Magi was caught by surprise from overextending a little bit off to a weird positioning onto the side, and Sign made the perfect target call. Sometimes Joker came in to actually save him. Actually bought a lot of time for Mighty's side. If Magi died once more at that last moment, I think Tempest could have won the game actually, but Joker coming in and a lot of his teammates saving those Ancestrals onto BDG oftentimes was nearly perfect. Genji survived for such a long time in all team fights. So game number 2, I gotta say Mighty played it well until the very end. Of course, Tempest also had a chance.
Yeah, they did. They certainly did. I feel like their late game was really solid, but they just couldn't win that last fight that mattered the most. The way we were pushed was coming in. So I don't know where we're going, actually. I didn't check the third map yet. We're going to have the reveal in just a moment, but it will be the pick of Tempest, or sorry, of Mighty, because they took that second game. So I wonder where they'll be taking us with Cursed Hollow banned. They can't go there, but we do have Sky Temple available, of course.
Dragonshire available, Warhead available.
Tough. Dragonshire against Tempest, pretty tough map pick for sure, I'd say.
That's right,
though.
but I'd say with the new Tempest, I think it's a lot better, I would say. Their roster change and their global, after the change into their roster, they haven't really putting much of their attention into global like Tehaka, Falstad, or even Illidan. So that's the thing. I think Mighty has a better chance bringing their Illidan as like a kind of like a soft threat into the draft from the very start. I think it's an okay option for Mighty too.
Yeah. Well, we will see what they bring. I'm not entirely sure. We don't have the map draft up just yet, but we'll be going into it very soon. Enjoy having all of you guys watching our stream, checking it out, being very patient with us as we go through our commercial breaks that aren't really commercial breaks, they're just breaks, and our...
At least we have music. Before we didn't have music long time ago. That was painful.
That's our old Super League draft music. Maybe if Super League ever comes back, you'll hear that in the draft. Ooh. Old school.
There are even better music. You know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
Yes.
Everyone remembers the spring
Super
finals.
Hype. Spring finals in Korea. That music was hype.
I hope we get a comeback of that draft music. One day. Someday, it'll happen.
I have it in my every single device. I have it in my pad, phone, my computer, hard drive. It's the best. It's the best draft music I've ever heard.
It's really good. It's like too hype almost. It's like really good.
Yeah, if you use that all the time, it won't be as hype, you know.
Yeah.
So I think they're hiding it for the special occasion.
Could be.
Wink, wink.
That's what I've heard. But we're going to go to this draft eventually.
Eventually.
So what did you eat for breakfast today, G. Clef?
I did not eat breakfast because we get home at a.m. and we sleep and we wake up. We come to OGN. That's our lives, right?
Yeah. I didn't eat breakfast either.
Yeah, we eat here.
No, that's right.
After makeups, yes.
No,
that's our weekend. That's your weekend, HGC weekend. Every single week, I'm loving it.
I skipped dinner. I sat in the massage chair that we have here.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It's pretty sick.
That's good.
All the at OGN, all the casters, there's a massage chair set for us, the casters here at OGN. So when you guys are just staring at countdown timers, Chiglof and I are getting a massage.
Not all the time.
Not all the time, but most of the time. Either that or we're playing Puyo Puyo Tetris on my Switch. So I assume that we're gonna go to this soon. I haven't heard any updates as to what's going on.
Maybe someone had to. Maybe something's wrong with the computer once more. Who knows?
Could be something wrong with the computer.
Lots of tech issues.
Maybe they're like, no, I won't. I can't choose. So like, looking at the map, so like.
Warhead Junction.
Still trying to decide. Like BDG's like, no, don't go to Warhead.
I want to go to Haramura, but it's not there. So, well, too bad. It seems like we've got some calls. It seems like the players are actually talking about something. Actually, they're taking some time to decide. I think that's what we got, right?
I thought you said it was a computer problem.
Okay, I heard they were still
You're the native
talking.
Korean speaker.
I heard they were still talking about something. I was guessing it was about the map pick or the draft. First ban, first pick. Who knows?
That's like when the players are like, Twilight Archon is broken. Like, he needs to be globally banned or I'm not going to play this
Well, he
tournament.
lost to Regard though, so it's not. There's a chain. There's a chain, but I would like to see Warhead Junction coming back. I love StarCraft maps. I'm just sad that Brax is banned all the time, especially after we saw that Blossom bringing that Cho'Gao against MVP Black. And I know a lot of you guys are very excited about Cho'Gao since we actually had not just a couple, a lot, 4 I think, 3 or 4, right?
4, I want to say, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So there were 4 Chosen and 4 Gauls.
Yes, of course. You can't be wrong on that. It's sometimes I want to call it out, but I do not want to be mean. But
You're talking about my math?
no, your jokes.
This isn't a joke. I was just saying a fact. Scientific fact.
Yes.
Mathematical fact.
Fact, yes.
Wow, so I guess I had already asked you what you ate for breakfast. What did you eat for breakfast yesterday?
Do you want a different answer and want me to lie, or do you want the same answer because I cast it the day before?
Yeah, I know. I was there with you. We were doing the same thing. We hang out all the weekends, every time we cast Heroes together, and you guys watch us. And sometimes technical problems happen. Last time we had the pop discussion because he said pop instead of pause.
Pop, and the PC popped actually there.
Yeah.
And
hopefully the PC didn't pop this time because
we didn't even start the game.
I don't know what's going on in those player booths. So look, what maps we got left? We got Towers Doom removed, Tomb of Spider Queen, Cursed, and Braxton. So Warhead Junction is available. Dragonshire, Sky Temple. I think that might be it. No, that doesn't make sense.
BOE.
BOE. Okay.
Those 4.
And Infernal Shrines. But not, of course, Hanamura. That's not in the map pool.
Hey,
so they're trying to choose between those maps. I think is what is something is I think that's being discussed at the moment because I didn't get a text message that told me what map we were playing on.
Yeah, me neither.
And I still don't have it. So because our producers are very quick and very legit at getting us the maps to our phones immediately when they're chosen, that leads me to believe, just because I'm doing some detective work here at G-Clef.
That's right.
There's no message on my phone. I have to draw the conclusion the map was not chosen.
Logical, yes.
Whereas if it was another technical difficulty, like some problem with the computer or sound issues or whatever, I would still have the map text message on my phone and know what the map is, but because I don't have that, you don't have that.
Me neither.
And I bet the Korean commentators behind us don't have that either, I think that it's a map problem.
Yeah, I think they're having a long discussion that we never had in our HGC previously, or even in Super League. I don't think any team took this much time to actually choose a map. So can they actually, is there a rule for how much time can you?
That'd be funny. There's like one of the players like found a loophole. It's like BDG's in there. He's like, well, in the rule book it just says we have to pick the map. It doesn't say when I have to do it, and I'm just going. I'm gonna think about it for a few more hours, and then I'll let you guys know. It's like everyone's calling. Like someone's calling Mike Morim. He's sleeping. He's like, what you guys bother me about? He's like, no, it's the map thing. He's like, you guys didn't put the time limit in the player handbook? No. It's like they found the loophole to ruin everything. I'm not funny, G-Clef. This isn't funny. I'm not having fun. I want to see what the map is.
I want to see what the map is, too. Lots of Bible thumbs happening for us, too.
Yeah.
I seriously have no idea, but I wish they can decide. Maybe they are considering actually, like they're Mighty just won, so Tempest may actually be considering going into map ban. Who knows? Maybe it's Tempest stalling this time instead of Mighty not choosing the map. Yeah, could be,
maybe.
Yes.
I mean, that's another possibility I had not considered.
And I think we need more caffeine now.
Yeah, today I didn't get my coffee, which makes me very upset. And I have my Bacchus, but I won't drink it here on stream because that would just be against the rules of broadcasting. But, yeah, I have my very non-sponsored bottle of water right here that I'm going to sip.
And meanwhile, I do have to fill the audio because he's drinking water.
Yeah. So, do you want to play Tetris?
And have the screen up here on the back, and then we just turn around and play it.
This is one of those times where, like, because in Korea sometimes this happens, where we have a technical difficulty. Sometimes the players are playing on a different floor, like in this case.
Maybe it's from the lightning that we just saw.
We did see a massive bolt of lightning outside when I went to get water. Well, normally in Korea production, sometimes people just don't tell us. Today we got, like, told something, we didn't quite hear it.
Yeah,
but we can't ask now, so we don't know what's going on. So these things happen occasionally, but I don't know if I've ever had a pause or delay that extended this long without knowing what's happening, so I really just can't even tell you guys anything. I won't lie to you and say that I know what's going to happen or that this is going to be fixed or that everything is fine because I don't know anything. Someone could have just walked out of the booth, say he doesn't want to play anymore, and gotten in a taxi and gone home.
I don't think that's the case, but
I mean, I just don't know what's going on.
Maybe someone was scared from the lightning and he had to call his mom, you know. No.
It was Hong Kong, wasn't it?
The PMs are real. Shots fired.
I don't know what we're doing, G-Clap. We're still here.
If it becomes this long, we usually go into like another break or so.
That's what I was gonna say. I know that you guys at home don't want that, but that might actually end up happening. It might actually be more entertaining to listen to that draft music again, to listen to us struggle to figure out what to talk about here.
That's exactly right. And we're not getting any updates in our ears. And if there is any update, we'll let you guys know ASAP. But for now, nothing. So,
did you see any of those new superhero movies that came out? Because those are always coming out.
The one with the spider stuff?
There's the guy whose fingers are all spiky, who walks on the walls. Do you see that one? He's got a red suit.
I will next week, though.
Oh, okay. I think he's like Dragonfly Man or whatever. Did you see Wonder Woman?
The old one?
No, the new one. There's a new one.
No. Oh, that one. No, I did not get to catch it because I was prepping up for HGC.
Did you see Avengers 7? I heard there was
a new.
I heard there was a new recent Avengers movie, and that a new Avengers movie is coming out soon.
And I heard the game is ready, guys, and I feel so bad that you guys had to listen to us talking over all that. But finally, of course, Mighty picking the map. It's Infernal Shrines. We've been waiting for the last 2 years for this, I guess. Infernal Shrines. Let's go into game number 3, draft.
Well, I am sad that we didn't figure out what it was.
I'll let you guys know when we know the exact reason why this happened. What?
Malthael first ban.
Wait, that was red on Infernal and Mighty first ban. I think this was a Tempest map choice then. So Tempest, after losing, they went for the map choice instead. I think that's exactly why it took so much of a time to actually decide.
I think you are correct, G-Clef. So, well, it's definitely Mighty taking your first pick here, so Tempest had the map choice. Yep, confirmed. So, Malthael will be the first ban. I don't want to deal with that. And Genji will be taken again, so another way to ban heroes to grab the Genji.
That's a very weird one, and that means that they have some promises. They have some practice done with the practiced comp. So bringing the Uther Tastar, very strong double support from the beginning, hiding their DPS. Ooh, I'm excited. Maybe we will see that Cho'Gall once more. Who knows?
Well, I think I know. I think it's not going to happen.
Okay. Okay. Good answer.
I don't think so. But now for Mighty, the question is where do they take the support? Do they grab the Rhaegar now? Because otherwise it will very likely be banned. And do they want to run the Stitches? Not really any follow-up stun, so I doubt it. So it might just be Rhaegar or Nubrock or something like that to is going to keep the draft open and flexible and take top-tier heroes. So that's what I would expect. Will be Dahaka, actually, with the Stitches. So not the best follow-up for a hook, but there is one with the tongue grab.
Yeah, the tongue grab, the drag could be enough, and he's still having the global and the hook, and one is dive. Okay, this theme already looks a little bit weird for Mighty, but let's wait until the last 2 picks, though. Because they still need a very strong DPS, or even a melee coming in. And oftentimes we saw... Oh, never mind, it's already banned. Marthel used on this map to burn down the Punisher with the percent damage, which has been so strong in lots of defensive ways, and also fighting on the Shrine.
Malfurion over the Rhaegar, actually. So just stopping the sustained healing, and also wants to stop the silence. Okay, it's not going to be Cho'Gall, rip the dream. Didn't think so, but...
Yeah, silence plus the Stitches hook, of course, the pair with the CC, with the drag will be the perfect combination. So there was the ban.
And look at this, another signed Diablo. I've seen a lot of Diablo bans throughout this tournament, even though he's only been picked 5 times in Phase 2. He's 0-5 now, but he's been picked, is banned so many times that you have to wonder if this is something that a lot of teams are actually running, even though we don't see it that often.
Medivh. Ooh. Okay, they are looking for a late game here, and Tempest will be fine. They will actually be welcoming that. But
does Mighty have enough damage?
That's what I'm saying. If they go late game, Diablo will all get all the souls. And what's their last DPS that they've been hiding for such a long time?
I think it's just going to be Greymane, but why didn't Mighty take Greymane away from Tempest? Why didn't they take it instead of Medivh to burst down these tanks with Curse Bullet? Tychus also would have been a good choice for them. The Medivh here is so unusual. Like,
I think it's mostly likely because BDG plays Genji, and they do not have really too many players playing Greymane. Magi can play, but Magi will be on Medivh, so...
Well, I mean, let's see what happens here. Tempest likely to lock in the Greymane here, you have to assume. Actually, will be Lunara instead, though. Lunara going to be the solo DPS here, will be able to burn through the Genji deflect. And
seems like they want to wait for 10 and bring that Archon for lots of damage over time and long sustained fights.
It's going to be probably the Psystorm build again, you have to think, coming out from Tempest. So I like this a lot, but I'm not entirely sure if the damage from Mighty is going to be enough here as we do jump into Infernal Shrine. Cirrus, thank you guys so much for your patience throughout that wait. Still no idea what happened, but it's all resolved now, and we're going to jump right into game number 3. In blue, Tempest. Hide on Uther. Honkono on Lunara. Lockdown on Tassadar. Sign on Diablo. And H82 on the Orc.
And in red, Mighty. Joker on Stitches. BDG on Genji. Good on Dehaka. Nasang on Rhaegar. And Magi on Medivh.
Okay, it's time. Tassadar immediately locks in the Psystorm at level 1. And this has been the way of the day, so the Tassadar builds are changing. While the Archon has always been strong, but so much extra damage now.
It's like they're using double DPS with the Archon along with Lunara for every team fight. So for Mighty on the other side, which seems like they're lacking damage, when the Archon pops up, just like Odin, they can just back off for that time, and then they can engage right after once the Archon is down and on cooldown. That's one way to deal with it.
You ever wonder how Tassadar becomes an Archon? Because Archons are supposed to be 2 High Templar merging together, but he's only 1.
From StarCraft.
Yeah, but how does he become an Archon? He's only 1 Templar.
He's special. The Heroes of the Storm.
That's what my mom told me too.
You're special, Wolf.
No, I shouldn't say I was special. She said Tassadar was special.
No, you're special.
I am. So, I mean, let's see if this works out. Like, we're going to probably see Gorge with this, right? It has to be. It has to be.
Maybe not, because they do need more damage, and Bio, over time, it does some damage and slows the entire team. For some hooks. Gorge would, with the portal, will make
That's
sense.
what I'm saying, yeah. I mean, that way you can at least get a pick. It's going to be about the early game, though, if you're going to go down that route. The later game, it's not going to be good for you. Sign stays alive here. Continue to just stack up souls, just like he did in the previous game. So,
now that you mentioned, I think it's not like the highest possibility, but it's still possible. They do have some damage, but they do not have any burst damage. Genji can go on it and get some damage, but not enough. I don't think it will be enough until Medivh can get all the stacks with the Master's Touch, and it will be post 10, I think. At least post 10 or 12 even.
yeah. Well, this is going to be the first Shrine contest, and Mighty is just poking in here, but so much faster clear with Honkono on the Lunara again, the Psy Storm. Doing so much to get those last hits as well. The dive is coming in, though. It's onto Sign, actually. The portal, hyper aggressive here by Good. And they actually will retake the Shrine from this, at least briefly.
Those portals will annoy the entire team of Tempest a lot, because putting those on the back line and really putting pressure onto the back line without, and Uther does not have any escapes for himself, so. And here comes the entire team. There's a drag onto Leoric, gets healed. H82 will survive right now, but Sign charges in, but no follow-up at all.
No follow-up at all. He's doing a lot of damage actually there, but he will get killed. BDG gets the reset. We'll use it to kill H82 as well. That's the double here. And Mighty is making this comp work for the time being.
They will also get the Punisher.
And it's Arcane as well. Magi wants to get a little bit more harassed on. Doesn't have Master's Touch yet. Well, that's going to come a little bit later at level 7.
Force of Will coming out from Magi has been decent, canceling out some damage coming out from Tempest, but it's not burst, so you can't really do too much. But when Diablo charges in, you can protect your ally with that protection. I think that will be the biggest key point for Magi to actually protect his teammates.
Level 7's around the corner. Tastar gets picked actually with this portal. Will Magi die for it? Nope. It's right back in the portal, becomes a Raven again.
I guess Diablo was not big enough, and he did go through the portal. That's magic now.
That's magic. That's real magic, man. Medivh the Mage. Also great at parties, Medivh.
Yes, very great, as we know from Hearthstone.
As a great host. So now we're reaching level 7 for Medivh. So to focus on, the draft of Mighty, because it's a little bit of a weird one, right? They have more damage starting to be built for Master's Touch. Needs to complete that. If he dies for any reason starting from now, then that is going to be a big detriment to their composition. Remember, in the early game pre-10, Mighty has a lot of advantages, and if they do go for the Gorge, they'll have some opportunities to use that to get kills and picks. But later on, especially if they go late game, Tempest definitely has the better composition. The Twilight Archon, things like that. BDG is like, okay. Harass you a little bit, and then I'll be home for supper.
Does get the Fountain at the very end.
Yep.
That will help onto the fights later on when
Very important.
When the bottom shrine especially, or when they're fighting for the camp even at the bottom. Let's get it. Seems like the portal was not even needed, and Good with as a Dehaka can soak so much of the global. Mighty will have a lot of EXP lead actually. I thought Tempest did not really lose too much EXP. Some came from the kills, of course. And Leoric has been soaking top for a long time.
Yeah. So, with Mighty getting those picks, having the better soak as well, they're about to hit 10. They can actually do it through the Shrine phase if done correctly. They just soak a little bit, delay the Shrine phase. They can absolutely, Medivh can just get this mid soak really quick. And then they can, actually going to send Medivh all the way there. Daka can come in because he's global. And use the global soak. Could have gotten it faster if they sent Medivh mid. Going to get 10 during this Shrine. They already have the lead. in defenders, and this is another way they can push themselves out. Now, the big question for me and what I'm really excited to see is whether or not we're going to see that Gorge, because that is going to be a huge opportunity.
There's 10.
Okay, holding on to it for now. Nope, going to be the Bile.
And attention, lane line seal.
So that adds more damage, but it takes away the pick potential. It's a safer pick. Well, it makes the Medivh pick more puzzling to me, as we still don't know exactly the idea behind this one. The Dragon Blade is going to be really strong with basic constant protection coming out for Medivh. And when we get to the indefinite Dragon Blades post 20, that's going to be really strong too.
You can lane line seal multiple targets and focus all the damage with the leftovers who's not paralyzed by the lane line seal. I think that's an okay way of seeing this, as they will need to focus and get kills for Genji on the Dragon Blade.
Well, Mighty gets a decent amount done with this first Punisher. It's just a mortar Punisher, so it's not actually all too powerful, but they are going to damage the fort significantly. And
two May Pog, actually Uther holding in this time.
And it could be for the Divine Storm.
I think it's a little more likely compared to game number 2, because they have a lot more tanky from the front line. You don't really have to save Leoric from going down. Well, you can, but you don't have to. And Tastar has his escapes. Diablo also has charge. Nara is leap, so. But does lock in shield.
Well, I think shield, when you have such a squishy solo DPS, is just the better way to go about it. Honkono was completely ignored in game number 1 on Towers of Doom, and I think that's part of the reason why they had so much success with this. But if Mighty turns the focus on Lunara, then suddenly, if you don't have that protection, you're going to feel pretty bad about the following engagement. Okay, the Atum committed to here. Good will have to use the Burrow. Still just don't think he gets out here, though.
Uses adaptation, and that seems to be enough.
Yeah, but that's a long cooldown spent. The Entomb much shorter, so this is actually a pretty good trade for Tempest, even though he was able to survive.
But the big rotation, Mighty was able to soak and waste a little EXP on the bottom, as Masang will already be on this camp. I think it was worth the while for both sides if they want to engage in before the next Entomb comes back.
Well, it was pretty obvious, too, to Sign that this was actually going on. So he's going to stop the Rhaegar camp. So thank you for clearing that for me. Really appreciate that. I'll get the last hit on this and cap it and walk away. So what looked like a sneaky Nasang take is not actually going to work out. So Mighty still has the talent tier advantage with 13 arriving now. They're going to be able to fight with it for this next Shrine phase. Not as significant as the level 10s they had faster earlier. Ooh, aggressive hook here.
There's a long hook. That's the protection Magi. The Medivh pick is kind of like a pick for a double support. Just ignoring lots of damage with the protection, because lots of supports were actually banned out and taken from the very early draft from Tempest. I think this is an okay way of going around, and also providing some damage once that quest completes. And he has been stacking some, not too many.
Just going to take this fort. No one's here to defend it. Honkono being hyper aggressive, harassing Magi right now. If he dies, he loses Master Touch stacks, so it's very unlikely he was going to die there, but might have happened. So they just ignore the shrine itself, look for the free fort. Now they can come in and actually contest this. H82 very low, though.
Coordination has been a little bit off on that. Still got a lot of HP out of H82 and does control the shrine and gets the third Punisher all the way going to Mighty. Tempest did not get a single Punisher in this game.
This is a frozen one. And Tempest is trying to catch up an EXP soak during this. They got the fort earlier, so they're now about half a level behind. They were more than a level behind before. But Mighty is going to get some structural damage with this and will maintain about a level lead, right? As this happens, you can see the walls going down. The EXP is jumping up here for Mighty. Just an interesting decision by Tempest to say, let's take the fort, then split off and soak, let them have the Punisher. Seem to be afraid of team fighting right now, but remember, their comp gets much stronger at 20, especially because of the Twilight Archon. The 16 for Diablo, a big power spike as well. So they don't want to take any risks right now. They want to delay this game, force the late game, where their comp is going to be stronger. Sign's just going to get, he's super tanky. He's not going to lose his souls. These are things that they are avoiding. And what could be a lost team fight, just don't take it at all.
And we just saw on the screen that Master's Touch has been complete for Medivh. now. We'll do tons of more damage on the shrine if he can land on all the skill shots onto the enemy heroes. Be less of a cooldown too. Really pressuring this one, as I don't think it's too necessary for Mighty HGC to
man.
miss the Entomb.
The 3-minion Entomb.
That was big.
Wasn't a 2-man, he got the triple. By the way, Fort did go down. It was backdoored, if you will, by BDG. He's now going to actually aggressively dive on the rotation over here for Tempest. Sign trying to do what he can to get out here. If he dies, I think he's going to lose his souls. He's very tanky right now, but won't be after this. Does go down, all souls gone. Gets the respawn at least, but very unfortunate. He's going to be much less valuable as a main tank now.
I think Tassler was going around the map, could not really shield Diablo too much, as also he could have gotten away possibly, but the moment he saw the drag onto Uther, he decided to go in once more. Maybe it was a hook coming out from Mighty actually that pulled him into the zone.
Now this Punisher is going to be very important. Tempest will have 16 for this, finally. Be on the same talent tier as their opponents for a Shrine phase. It's going to be the top one, where their fort's already weakened. And we'll see what type of Punisher it is. It's already been Frozen Mortar, so I think this one might actually could be the Arcane Punisher, which is very significant. We're later into the game now. This is a Punisher that Mighty could get a keep with, potentially. And that's the scary part. They've been able to make this comp work. They've been snowballing with it really hard. They want to keep that momentum up. And it is going to be the Arcane Punisher. So this is actually really important. So if they get this, it pushes harder than the other Punishers. Going to deal with this cap, though, first. And now they're looking to rotate in.
Maybe they're not even considering of going in. Dehaka just joins the teamfight from the... There's a hook onto Lunara. Does leap out thanks to Dehaka being right there in the middle. That was dangerous for Okano.
That would have not worked out so well if the positioning was different for Dehaka, but luckily for Honkono, that worked out for him. Now getting away with this, getting so much damage done with no one on top of him. And they look to take this Shrine. Psystorm's bleeding through those defenders. Here comes BDG diving in, but the hook is real! He predicts the location! And there we go, Divine Shield has to be used.
And Honkono actually leaves twice, and he's safe, but the Dragon Blade is popped, looking for the
Ley
kill.
line so good.
H82. He barely gets his... He does get the reset too, but does not go in anymore, as they just have to buy time. Their camp has been pushing this entire time on the bot lane too.
Okay, it looks like this is going to be the end of Joker. He goes down. So it's a 1-for-1 exchange. The heals here have been really good for Hyde, keeping everybody topped off. The fact that the double support is there makes it so that they are able to take the longer fight because of the slow burn damage that Medivh does not counter at all, mind you. Remember, Lunara was last picked after the Medivh, and his Protect only works briefly, temporarily. Same with Genji's Deflect. These things are only temporary shielders of damage. They're good against strong burst damage, something like a Li Ming or maybe a Tychus, but against the burn, the bleed, the damage over time, Honkono wins out the fight, the longer sustain that he gets with the heals, the Tassadar shields. And this Arcane Punisher absolutely could be a keep, and now Mighty's lost all momentum in this game. So if they lose this keep, they might be on... they might just be done in this game because they don't have the lead, the massive advantage anymore that they had before, that they were carrying through this with these team fights.
And Tempest seems to be going through, and Joker gets entombed. Cleanse and protection is helping, but not anymore. Will be a kill onto Stitches from the beginning. Seems like this is keep for sure.
This could just be game if they continue to push this in like this. The keep is down already. HA2 doing a ton of damage to Magi. And they're going in all the way to the core here. The Punisher's still fairly healthy, 20% health. There's the kill onto Medivh.
Wow.
No Master's Touch.
Apog is back. Master's Touch is actually finished, though it's okay. But
okay.
Still, this
Sorry,
will
I didn't realize it finished.
Seems like it will be Dragon Blade doing some work here as BDG's getting to constant heals from Nasang. Actually stops them from going core. One more kill could have actually gone all the way to core.
It was close. It was close for sure. Well, it's a good thing Master's Touch is done.
They're not backing up. They're going in.
They're going in. They want to lock BDG down. Core's out of shields already. This is a risky call by Tempest. Not sure if I agree with it. HA2 is going to just back out here. They do get away. That was a close call. If they had failed that and got wiped on Core.
I thought that was possible from, of course, their health were a little bit low, but they had all their heroic specs. See, they have Entomb, APOC, the Archon, and Leave. Everything is available. I thought they could have extended a little bit and go for the core. It was maybe but they stole a lot of time. A lot of the time, and respawn timers were coming back for Mighty. So good call on both sides.
They didn't have 20. If they had 20, they had the Twilight Archon, the Bolt for Sign. These things, if they had those, then I would have been pretty happy with the call to commit in. But I liked it better for them to back off. Still a risk, big risk there. They end up getting away with it. Lockdown is not the best hook target here. They're actually going to commit to stealing this camp. They want 20. They want to aggressively take these camps, control the lanes. They already have the top lane pressure with the catapult, so it's going to be, you know, the late game is theirs now. They forced it. That was a crazy charge, by the way.
That was a crazy charge. It's because it's target and BDG will get picked off. Did not use the Dragon Blade, but 60 seconds.
Yeah.
And also you have to use the ley line seal for the defensive use because they will be going for the core, seems like.
The portal was a bit late there, unfortunately. Now, yeah, they could just try to core if they get any more picks. The safer play, though, is to just grab this mid-shrine. They're just going to steal all the camps while they take it to solidify their lead, make sure they get the Punisher. This one, unfortunately, is an unlucky spawn for Tempest because it's going to go in mid where there's already a full health fort. So Mighty could be happy about that at least.
This camp will be pushing. There is no structure left in the top lane, and if they take the shrine, it seems like they will. 22 seconds left on Genji timer. With this Punisher, they can just finish the game. I think they can go all the way to the keep, and they will get 2 keeps with the Twilight Archon. I think they can make the push.
One key thing to note is that Twilight Archon was used. He actually didn't maintain it, so 50 seconds before he can use that again. He should have it available during the push. Uther is holding on to his 20 as he wants to maybe grab a redemption if it looks like they can use that to end the game. He's going to hold on to that for a little bit longer before making his choice. This is going to be easily the first fort, so this buys time for Mighty. Respawn comes in. They're clearing the top. Well, this is going to be now the more direct pressure from the second Frozen Punisher of the game.
Let's see how Leyline upgrade gets massive value in this team fight where they will be stacked together, Magi. It's all in your hands. The portal, not really saving too much. Ooh, gets 3 right now, but no follow-up. Just taking all the damage into the Punisher.
Just bought them time.
Just
trying to buy time only, not trying to win the fight, because their comp is really going to struggle to do that. Without more protection for the Genji, and a Tomb goes in.
Tomb coming out from HG82. There's a charge in Ancestral Healing Joker. This can't turn around. The Dragon Blade will pop very soon from BDG. Not yet.
Okay, the Twilight Archon is going to last a long time as long as he can maintain it here. Burrow coming over as Dahaka's just desperately trying to get away. H82 doing a lot of extra damage in the back lines. Mighty is just trying to hang on. The Dragon Blade is going to last forever, basically. So he needs to just make sure that he protects him. Medivh, that is.
And if he gets a lot of those hits, he will continue to get the hits onto the Dragon Blade. Seems like he will get 1 kill, and he's looking for more.
He resets it. He's going to still have it here. The protection is coming in. Twilight Archon versus Dragon Blade. Dragon Blade wins out again.
He's
BDG,
going for it.
He's going in.
The Dragon Blade is over, though, and Good comes around from the side. He will have the drag height. It's looking, that stun will save him for the moment, but they already lost 2 members, and the camp has been pushing, but they lost the keep. That's the key thing.
Yeah, and look at the top catapults, forcing Dahaka to go home. They want to try to just go ahead and equalize the keeps at least. This would be the best keep for them to take to put pressure on Tempest because they still have their keep up, so they'll win the catapult war. Those other ones would just relieve that keep pressure. But they can't get in and they can't make it happen. Leoric respawns here in the middle of the fight too. They will have to back off, but redemption was the choice for Uther. It was the question now answered. And actually, Nexus Blades, or I think that's what that's called. It's escaping me right now. They're level 20 slow for Leoric, so going to help in the longer fights to make sure that the Twilight Archon can be kept. It's kind of funny, the battle between the Twilight Archon trying to maintain that, trying to maintain the Dragon Blade. These level 20 upgrades for the heroics. But now the next Punisher is going to spawn, and Mighty is going to have to deal with 2 catapult waves, whereas Tempest can just casually walk over and take it. They already prepped this wave. And now they're going down to set up to contest the Shrine. Mighty needs to get a win in the fight early with Dahaka.
Yeah, they need to buy time. That's why they aggressively positioned inside already, because Dahaka has to clear that camp on the top wave and release the pressure before coming in, because if he does not hold on to that thought, it seems like they don't even want to give that time, and Joker will be getting tons of damage. There's a ley
Oh,
line,
the
and Ancestral connects!
Ancestral here does connect. That's actually really important. HA2 trying to heal his way up here with a Spectral Leech. Got that icon confused. It's not enough healing to keep himself alive. Will actually get taken out here.
Here comes the Infinite Dragon Blade, but gets picked and protected by the Medivh, so he can still use it, but he has to go, and Medivh will fall. No more protection.
Yeah, so Good now is going to be the next target. Just trying to just burrow his way up to survival here. It's not going to happen. He gets taken out, and finally it looks like Tempest has won the fight. They will be able to clear the camp. Diablo with the quick respawn coming in. And look at this, already the core starting to get hit by catapults. They will keep the shields. This is a very, very close encounter. Or sorry, not close encounter. This is a very close fight. But they are close to closing the game.
So as we worried from the beginning of the game, as we said, there's lack of damage coming out from Mighty. And Genji has been doing tons and tons and tons of damage, but not really getting the picks. It's really hard as this
Storm Shield.
Maybe they're looking to close this game one.
They want this fight, the Storm Shield, but it's not going to happen.
And they are definitely going for the core. Punisher is pushing the bottom lane. The bottom fort will be just in time, but they will be going for the core for sure. This seems like game over going to Tempest.
Yeah, BDG is going to be the last to fall. It deflects his way out of the death for a little while longer, but does get taken out. 5-man Leyline Seal will delay the inevitable. The catapults are marching on the core, and this is going to be game over. Tempest will take the win here and will move into match point. That is it, GG. The games in this series tonight have been very back and forth.
Very back and forth, but as the camera's on Honkono, I gotta say, his Lunara seems one of the best Lunaras, I gotta say. Usually it was Duck before, previously in Tempest, who was playing Lunara, but now Honkono moving into the roster of Tempest and changing his role into a flex role. I think he's making his way. It seems pretty good. His positioning, his use of leap saved himself so many times in lots of team fights.
Yeah,
I gotta give it to Honkono right now.
He looks very happy with the Nara play. He's been using it against comps, using the magic damage. First was used on Towers of Doom to burn out the Uther heals, then used on, of course, Infernal Shrines against the deflect from the Genji, against the shields coming out from Medivh. So we were able to just kind of burn their way through that one. And the level 20s they had, the Twilight Archon, so powerful. Better than the Dragon Blade because of basically what you're able to do with that Twilight Archon versus what the Dragon Blade's able to do. It's much harder to keep the Dragon Blade going because Genji doesn't have a lot of health. When he had the perfect shields coming in, it was a lot easier there with the Leyline Seal. But if that situation couldn't occur, then it just goes away. Whereas Twilight Archon makes you tankier anyways, so it's a lot easier to do. You can shield yourself. You have more survivability, so you can even dimensional shift, right? So there's a lot of ways that is stronger. Even the Spectral Leech there doing a lot for Leoric, but not enough to save him in that last fight. But anyways,
it was tough. It was tough for Medivh especially because lots of the time the first wheel, the protection was on Genji. And if you have to get in the range and protection was just used, it will be on cooldown, which means you'll be in danger, which oftentimes in Magi was picked off, and that was the start of the push and the end of the team fight basically from there. And Dragon Blade, of course, did a lot of damage, but they could not really get the kills. That's the thing. No burst, less of damage. I feel like they had an okay draft, but at the end it was very tanky on the other side. So maybe bringing in some percent damage was needed, but that's already gone with game number 3.